When you're moving your books into Zoho Books, opening balances are one of those things that people either skip or get wrong, and it can throw everything off from day one. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your migration date and enter all of those opening balances. And then I'm going to show you what to do with your customer and vendor opening balances once you're up and running. Whether you're just getting started in Zoho Books or you're trying to clean things up, you're in the right place. My name is Stephanie Smith, owner of New Light Financial Solutions, where we help business owners like you gain clarity around their finances. From support to those who are doing it on their own, all the way up to CFO advisory services, we will meet you where you're at. You can learn more about what we do on our website at newlightfs.com. The link is in the description. All right, now let's dive in. Whether you're starting off from scratch in Zoho Books or you're migrating from a different software, it's really important for you to get your opening balances correct. Your opening balances are a snapshot of where your finances stood before you moved to Zoho Books. And without them, your reports are either going to show zero from the start or they're not going to reflect what's actually happened. So I'm going to show you where to find this in your books. When you log in and you're on your home screen, you can get to your opening balances by going to the settings icon in the upper right-hand corner and then clicking the opening balances option under setup and configurations. Here you will see a page where you can enter all of your opening balances, but the foundation of everything is actually your migration date, which you'll see up here at the top. And Zoho gives you a little prompt that says it's the date which you generated the trial balance report in your previous accounting software. This is actually where we see most people get it wrong. For whatever reason, a lot of people will want to select the first day that they're in Zoho Books. And that seems like it feels right. Like I'm migrating on 1/1, I'm starting on 1/1. But you really want to pick the last date, full day that you had recorded your data in a different software. So if you are migrating on 1/1, that's actually 12/31 of the previous year. And if you were to pick 1/1, any transactions that enter your system on 1/1 through midnight of that day will be recorded as an opening balance because that is prior to the date that you're coming over. So make sure that you pick the day before you're planning on starting in Zoho Books. So for me, this is actually June 1st, not June 2nd. So I'm going to set that up. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to go through each of these sections and add your opening balances. First on the list is accounts receivable. This is going to be what your customers still owe you. Maybe you have sent out an invoice and they haven't paid you yet. That's an opening balance. You can't actually record in this section, but you can import them. And the same is true for accounts payable. So accounts payable are going to be the bills that you've put in the system that you still have due to pay. And you can import these as well. But I'm going to show you how to add customer and vendor opening balances on a different page in just a little while. Otherwise, you can use the import feature here if you want to do that. Next is going to be the asset section. This will typically be things like equipment or vehicles or inventory that you want to add. So you'll add the balances for those before you move in. I don't have any of that to show you, so I'm not going to add any at this point. The next one is going to be expenses. This will show you all the expense categories that you currently have set up in Zoho Books. Typically, you won't put opening balances for expenses unless maybe you're migrating mid-year and you want to log all the expenses that you've paid prior to that date. Expense amounts don't usually run over from year to year, so you wouldn't need to put a balance in it. So if your fiscal year for your business starts on 1/1, you won't need to carry over opening balances for any of these categories. They just start over on 1/1. Next is going to be your bank accounts. This is very important, as well as your credit cards, which is next. So when you connect your bank with a bank feed, it should pull over an opening balance automatically. If you didn't and you added them manually, you want to make sure that your bank account is correct. And it starts from something other than zero. So I have one checking account on my books right now, and there was a balance in that account before I started. So I'm going to enter that into the debit section here because adding a debit to an asset account will increase that account. So I'm going to increase my checking account by this $12,500, and that's going to add an opening balance. The next section is your liabilities, and this will be things like your credit cards or loans. So you'll want to make sure if you have loans, you'll want to put the loan opening balances in there, what you still owe. And then for me, I don't have any loans on the account, but I do have a credit card. So I'm going to add a $450 credit to my credit card. And this is the balance that I still had owed on my credit card prior to starting using Zoho Books. So when you add a credit to a liability, it will increase that liability, and that's what we're doing. Next is your equity section. So if you happen to have any equity accounts that you want to pull over opening balances for, you will put them in here. And finally, your income accounts. So again, if these are similar to your expense accounts where you typically will not add opening balances. But if you do want to pull over opening balances, you would add them in this section. I do want to call out that there is an available balance column here on each of these. And like I mentioned before, if you were to have set your date as 1/1 and then added transactions on 1/1, those balances would show up here. So if you see that and you know that that was an issue, then you can find those things to fix them. If you enter bills or invoices with the date prior to your migration date, that shows up here as well. So that's why the migration date is really important to get right, and knowing whether or not your opening balances should be those amounts. You should review these to make sure everything is accurate. When you've entered all of your opening balances, you'll see that the system will have an opening balance adjustment. This is typical. It's just putting on your book saying all of this was already on the books before, and it's going to create an opening balance adjustment account for you. So I'm going to just click continue. And you can see here, it's going to tell you that it's going to transfer to that opening balance adjustment account, which is what we want. So I'm going to click continue again. It'll give you a summary of the changes and the opening balances in the system, and then you'll just click confirm. There's a note here that you need to make sure that all your new transactions happen after the migration date, just like we talked about. So that's how you would enter just opening balances for the system, just in general. If you want to add opening balances for customers or vendors, you can do that either through the upload here, or you can go over to the customer and vendor themselves. So I'm going to start by going to sales and customers, and I'm going to find one of my customers that I want to put in an opening balance for. It is this Lakeview Realty Group. On the overview tab of your customer, you can see there's a place to enter opening balance. You want to click that link, and then you can enter an amount for that customer. And then you'll just click save. If you click that link again, you'll see the opening balance that you just have and the outstanding opening balance, which means it hasn't been credited to anything. And you can write that off from a customer's perspective if you don't think you're going to receive that money. The way to add it for a vendor is very similar. So I'm going to go over to purchases and then vendors, and I'm going to find a vendor that I have that I want to add an opening balance for. And on the overview tab, you'll see an enter opening balance link, and you'll just click that and add the opening balance here. So I'm going to add $320. I'm going to click save. And just like before, if I click on the opening balance, you can see the opening balance and the outstanding, which means it hasn't been applied to anything. So we've now entered all of the opening balances for our accounts and for our customer and our vendors. I want to show you where this shows up on your report so you know where to find it and what it means. So if I go over to my report section, I'm going to run my balance sheet, and I have this set for this year, and I'm going to click run. And if you scroll down, you'll see the accounts that you've added. So the first thing we added a balance for was our checking account. I'm just going to click into this, and you can see here the very first line on that first date is an opening balance with the opening balance we put in. If I go back, I'm going to go to accounts receivable. If I click on my accounts receivable and run the account transactions report, you will see again, the very first line here is that customer opening balance amount that we put in. And the same would be true for accounts payable. If I scroll down and open up my accounts payable and run the account transaction report, you'll see the opening balance here for this vendor for $320. The last one was the credit card account, which if you open up the credit card, it will be just like the bank account. And I do want to call out, you'll see this opening balance adjustments account, which it has created just based on the transactions that we put in. So that's where it shows up on your reports. When it comes to actually applying that credit for your customer or your vendor, you can do that from the bank feed. So if you go to your banking tab here and open up the account that you would receive or pay your bills out of, the first thing you want to do is find the transaction that matches it. So let's start with the vendor payment. I had a vendor opening balance for $320. If I find that transaction that comes out, I can click on that and you will see a bill match actually come up that says vendor opening balance. So you simply just have to match it, and that will remove the opening balance for the vendor. As for the customer, you're going to receive a payment. So I had an $875 opening balance for one of my customers. Here it is, and I get this deposit. I am going to click on that. There's not a match in here for the system. I have to actually categorize it as I'm going to categorize it as a customer payment. So I'm going to select that option. I'm going to select my customer, and then you can select the type of transaction, and then you will be able to see this customer opening balance. There's $870, and I can apply that $875 or whatever amount you want to apply to that opening balance. And if you need to split it, if there's other invoices, you can do that as well. There's other options here. Just keep in mind as you're doing these kind of transactions, and then you'll click save. And that is it. You just applied those opening balances to that customer and to that vendor. And if I go back just to show you, I can open up that vendor. And now if I look at the opening balance, you can see there was an opening balance of $320, but the outstanding balance is now $0. And if I go to my customer and I look at their opening balance, there was an opening balance of $875 and the outstanding is $0. So we've taken care of those opening balances. Well, that's it for this one. If you found it helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next tutorial. And if you want ongoing support with your bookkeeping, check out our DIY bookkeeping support membership. It's built for business owners who are doing their own books but want expert help along the way. And if you ever get to a point where you'd rather just hand off your books, we do that too. All the links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.